This is how I tripled my trading profits when it comes to making zero data expiration trades. So the first thing is obviously SPX, that's what we make zero data expiration trades on. And I'm just going to show you the original position that we'd look to put on. So we obviously go to the 0 day expiration contract, and generally speaking, you might want to sell a sort of 20 delta, iron condor on either side, $10-20 wide wings, for example. This is a pretty standard 0 day to expiration iron condor that you might look to put on, and this is profitable. You will make money, but I'm going to show you a strategy that I started implementing that actually generates 3 times as much money on average per trade. And that's accounting for losses, everything all in. So what you want to do is, instead of going out to the 20 delta and basically starting off with a strangle, what you want to do is start off with a straddle. Okay, so if we look at SPX right now, it's currently trading at 5170. So we're going to sell a straddle at 5170, and then this is very important. You want to be tight with your wings. Okay, and when I say tight with your wings, specifically, I mean $10 tight. Okay, so this is the position. The wider you make your wings, the higher your probability of profit will be. However, your average P&L per trade will actually reduce. It will actually get lower the wider your wings are. Okay, so it's the opposite of what you'd naturally expect it to be. Okay, so $10 is the perfect sweet spot, and if you look at the numbers here, it says our pop is 11%, which is absolutely abysmal. However, that's of course if you hold to expiration, which we never do with 0 day to expiration stuff. We get out 25% of max profit, and that's going to give you a win rate of 43% on average. Okay, now that's less than half, which is the opposite of what we normally do. We normally like high probability trades, but it's so profitable that you almost can't ignore it. You're going to collect $950 up front. Okay, this is a $10 wide spread on either side, which means your buying power requirement is going to be under $100. At the moment, you can see it's kind of fluctuating. The buying power requirement is steady at 75, but your max loss is kind of fluctuating between $50 and $100. So we're going to be getting out at 25% of the max profit number. So you're going to be looking at, I don't know, say about 230, whatever 25% of this max profit number is here. You're looking at about just under $250. You're going to want to get out. So every time you win, you're going to make $250. Every time you lose, you're going to lose, $50, $60, something like that. Just depends. As you can see, it's fluctuating a lot because the market is moving. So every time you win, you're going to win way more than you lose, but you are going to lose a little bit more than you win. 43% of the time, you're going to win. Okay, so it's just a little bit less than 50%. The key with this strategy is because you are winning a lot less than normal, and you will lose more than you win, you need to make sure that you have enough dry powder and enough money in your account that will allow you to keep putting more positions on, even if you have a string of losers in the short term. Because with a win rate of 43%, you can almost guarantee that at some point you're going to have 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10 losses in a row, and you need to be able to keep putting positions on in order to make your money back, just due to the win rate. Okay, it's the kind of opposite thing of, if this was a 90% win rate strategy, the chance of having a string of losers is much less. So position sizing is incredibly important with this. But as long as you can nail that, this is a very profitable 0 day to expiration strategy. As always with the 0 day to expiration strategies that we do cover on this channel, you want to put this on at the market open or within the first half an hour of the market opening. If you want to be even more conservative, you can get out after 90 minutes of being in this position, or 90 minutes after the market is opened, basically, is what I meant to say. And most of the time you'll be able to get out for well, I shouldn't say most of the time you'll be able to get out for a profit, but what that's going to do is, if the market's completely moved against you, and it's not very likely the market's going to come back, you might be able to get out, and instead of taking a max loss, you might be able to get out for a little bit less, or there's not really much point doing it because your max loss is so small, you may as well just pray and hope that the market comes back. It's probably not going to, but every now and again it might, and that's a trade that will come through for you. So that's kind of how I would play this, and that's how I manage this. And of course, you just want to close out before the end of the day. So with regard to managing your position size, click the link in the description, click on our free position sizing template. It's going to take you over to this spreadsheet, and you just enter in the size of your portfolio at the top, and then you enter in whatever the VIX level is currently right now, and everything is going to be dynamically calculated for you. It's going to tell you exactly how to structure your portfolio. It's going to tell you how to allocate funds to your positions depending on whether they're defined risk, undefined risk, etc. And as long as you're following this, over the long run you'll be absolutely fine. And if you do want to learn in more detail about what we do and how we do it, click on EDS Premium, get yourself signed up. Once you're inside, you will have access to this exact portfolio that you can see here. Last week, for example, we placed 4 trades in this portfolio, and all 4 trades were winners. So if you want to get involved and make money alongside everybody inside, then get yourself signed up. That's in there for you. And there's also a full course. So no prior knowledge is required. We will teach you everything that you need to know from start to finish. And it's a private community. So if you get stuck, you can speak to myself. You can speak with other like-minded individuals that are already inside. And there's a 100% money back guarantee. So after 6 months of being inside, once you've studied the course and followed some of our trades, if you're not profitable at that point and you don't know what you're doing, then we'll work with you for free until you are, or you can just request a full refund. So it is completely risk-free. It's $9.99 a month to join right now. The price will be increasing, but once you're in, it's locked in for you for life. So you are rewarded for getting in early. And with that being said, I will see you guys on the inside.